Hi, I'm Kathy, aka the Blue Butterfly, and I just thought that now, as we go into the new year, was a great time for me to say hi. I'm a bit out of my comfort zone with this, but I thought it's time to connect in this way because it's much more personal, and I really want to take this opportunity to say hello to everybody who follows my page, and thank you. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your warmth. Thank you for your sharing. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm overwhelmed by the lovely souls that connect on that page. I also would like to say a big thank you to all the clients that come to me here in my treatment room for face-to-face healing sessions and readings. And I also, all those ladies that subscribe to me and on a monthly basis have readings that I send to them. I'm so grateful. I can't say how grateful I am and how overwhelmed I am, and I'm kind of in awe of all you lovely people, and so wonderful to connect with you. And also all the soul family that I seem to have connected with since I started doing this. It's a blessing. Everything has worked out so amazingly well, and it is a real blessing for me and I'm so lucky and privileged to do what I do. So happy new year. I wish you all that you wish for yourselves, and just a little bit of background of what's going on at the moment. So basically 2020 and coming to the end of 2019 feels pretty strong energetically. It feels important. There's a kind of a buzz in the air, and this can be shaking up things a little bit. There's an intensity to it. December itself, and definitely the last bit of 2019, has been building up to this. If we go back, we've kind of been in a 7-year cycle. So the main prophecy that some misunderstood as the end of the world being on the 21st of December 2012, what that actually was meaning the end of a world, an outdated paradigm, an outdated way of living, of civilization, and end of the world that a lot of people knew. So many people's lives changed dramatically around that time in December 2012. And if you think back yourself over the last 7 years, definitely, and probably for a lot of people over the last 10, things have been shaken up. Things have changed. Things that you thought were going to look a certain way ended up looking completely different, and you could have ended up in a place you weren't expecting to be, doing what you didn't expect to do. Some people have been through a lot of challenges, a lot of patterns changing, all sorts of stuff, healing, going through some really tough lessons for a lot of people. But looking back, although they may have been tough, many are realizing they had to go through these things to become who they are now and where they are now. So that's what that was. That was the end of that particular, this is what I believe, the end of that particular world, way of living, way of perspective on the world and perceiving your own world, and that sort of that those patterns were ending, and they ended or began to end 2012, and we've kind of come to the end of the end in 2019. We're now going through to what's called the age of Aquarius, and 2020 is heralding so many big changes. It's a time of, at the moment, I feel, if you want to go out and celebrate, that's absolutely fine. But for many, it's a kind of a time of stopping and thinking, peace, knowing that you've come to a certain point in life where it's time for, I'm going to say it how it is because it's better for you to see me as I am, a time for, you faced your own bullshit basically, and now you want to get rid of the bullshit and then move into the next phase. So we've shoveled a lot of bullshit away. There's probably a bit more to go, but most of the lessons, the main ones, we have faced. If we haven't faced them, they're going to come back a little bit around now and 2020, the last bit of clearing. If you felt a bit shitty the last few days, that may have something to do with it, or the last couple of weeks. And it's been very intense as well for a lot of people. So people's energy, and we are all connected, and I believe that energy is something that influences everything, whether it be planetary, whether it be emotional. More of that in another video. I won't get into that now because it'll be too much. People's energy is going up and down, very, very high, very, very low. And there is a feeling of pregnant pause, of waiting, of something coming. So 2020 for many people is going to be big. At the end of every new year, old year, going into new year, we get, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And I never really got it before. A new year never really meant very much to me. Not in a bad way. When I was younger, I used to go out and get hammered like everybody else. But this new year, I can feel there's been a big shift in a lot of people, and people that I've met, people that I've seen, planetary influence, political stuff, all sorts of things. And it's kind of all coming to an end. And if you do look back, you can see in your own life and in the wider world stuff that you thought would never happen in a million years. If somebody did it to you 20 years ago, has now happened. So it's opening up new time, new possibility, new life. But there are going to be, and there is at the moment for a lot of people, and in the first few months of 2020, some big decisions, big changes, big jumps, leaps of faith, and kind of talking your talk and walking your walk, that thing, saying what you're going to do and what we're all spouting about, actually doing it. Because there's no good at the moment clinging onto that branch by the flowing river. Let go of the branch, jump in and flow. And that's the only way you can do it. If that feels right for you. But it seems like going with the flow, the guidance I'm getting, is the only way to be at the moment. Taking some time to sit back, reflect, not expecting too much of yourself, being gentle with yourself over the next few days, looking after yourself, keeping hydrated, meditate regularly if you do. If you don't, perhaps start. I'm crazy about meditation and how it's changed things for me. Clean slate, and getting rid of the dross and the negativity. Go to see a healer, not just myself but anybody else. Connect with many other people that I know are great with guidance, etc. For example, Alicia Brachet of Cosmic Gateway, big shout out to her. And then we've got Jo Brooks, Awakening to the Light Within. We've also got beautiful Kaya with Hand to Hold, and Antoinette, To Become One. There are so many of you, and you guys all know who you are. I did mention Zara Jumanovic with Guidance by Z. I did mention that, didn't I? If I didn't, I mentioned it. Zara, I'm mentioning you too. So yeah, if you're online, if you want to go online and have a look at those guys, they can give you a lot of advice as the year rolls, and they have been so helpful and instrumental to me in many ways. So basically that's what I'm here to do at the moment. Just say Happy New Year, hello, this is me. And I'm just gonna draw a card, maybe two, I don't know yet, just to give us a little bit of guidance as we go through into this next year. Now, the way I I work with my cards is I just shuffle them and things just jump out, and I don't, everybody does things differently, and there we go. What have we got? Okay. So we've got this one, which is The Golden Path Within, and that is from Tony Carmine Salerno, one of my favourite guys, Wisdom of the Golden Path. So I'm just going to show you that, and then we'll return to that in a sec. Another one of Tony's decks. This is Sacred Earth. And what have we got here? We have got Unity. I love this. Unity. Perfect. And this last one. Okay, that was very, very quick. And this one is Work Your Light Oracle. And I never remember this lady's beautiful name. Rebecca Campbell. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. And we've got Divine Orchestration. Help us in the subtle realms. Okay, can you see that? So I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to make this a very quick reading. This is not as long as I would do it if we connected for a personal one-to-one reading. So, the Golden Path Within. This is kind of what I was talking about with dealing with your own bullshit, basically, over the last few months and going into 2020. So a lot of people will be feeling the feel of looking inside and knowing that money, status, getting to where you thought you wanted to be, etc., etc., is not taking you to happiness or peace. So, and it's sitting with that stuff. So if you see this beautiful picture, and we've got her, and it's come out backwards, but it may not be when you see it, I don't know. But it says The Golden Path Within, and you can see she's sort of there. She's waiting. Okay. She's in this kind of illuminated forest. The dark, murky stuff is behind her, and she's going forward. And that's what a lot of souls are doing, looking within, finding their direction. Doesn't happen overnight. Can take a little while, take time. There's no rush. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or 72 or 98 or 18. If it's your time, at this very, very perfect time for this kind of thing, look inside yourself and find the golden path within, because you have so much golden light within you. It's time to look at it, to find it, to search it, to accept it, good and bad. Step through the murky stuff. Don't expect to be perfect, be gentle with yourself, and then start taking those little steps. It's all within you. And that's for so many at the moment. So that's that one. The other one is just beautiful. Unity. And that's where we are, or we have been, and this is where, as we go into 2020, and you can see she's holding the whole world in her hands. And beautiful card, and we've got the stars, we have angel wings, wings of fire, transformation. So the wings of fire, transformation, burning all the negativity away. She has her arms around the world. So this is unity. This is all of us who are connected by the golden thread, just going back to the golden path within, have soul connections, and together unifying. And this came up today, actually. I was thinking about this, that little steps and little things can make a massive difference. It's just that if we all get together and make that difference and set that intention, this wonderful connection that's beginning is going to help us all rise, and it's very personal. It's the strength of each and every soul, everyone who realizes there is more to this life, that the energy and the soul within us is so strong, so potent. Those that are finding that the everyday things of life, as I mentioned in the first card, aren't bringing that purpose. And it just feels to me, it's just a wonderful feeling of, I often say we're like lighthouses, all of us that are this way inclined, or this connection to the universe, and connection and energy. And it's like all those lighthouses lining up and lighting up all over the world, and just bringing a big hug and love and unity, and that will spread. So all of us that are doing the work in the different ways, whether it's in your day-to-day and you don't have a job per se doing it, and you're just being and doing, then continue to do so. And she's got her eyes closed, so that's all about group meditation and single meditations. And every time we put this love out when we meditate, and every time we heal, because it looks like she could be doing Reiki on the whole world there, we pass this loving energy along, and that's what it's all about. So that's wonderful. That's the unity that's coming once we do this and look within. So that's that. And on top of all that, we have this. So this is, and this is coming out back to front, so I'm going to read it. Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. But I'm sure you can see the picture there. Okay. And this is, it's showing Buddha, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, I think, I reckon that's Al Maria, Mother Mary, all these different spiritual, ascended spiritual beings, and keepers of the light, who help us on the periphery of this world. And as we unify down here, they are unifying around us, within us, above us. We've always had this connection. Some of us have forgotten it and we are just remembering it, and others around us are. And this divine orchestration of the unity of all of us, different kinds of souls in different places across the world, who are finding ourselves, which I hate that expression, but finding our inner selves. The Council of Light, all these wonderful souls are with us. It's all been divinely orchestrated. We've gone through what we've needed to go through worldwide and personally. And now this divinely orchestrated time coming up to 2020. Whatever happens, we are being guided by these guys. And these guys, just feel so much power from this card, just looking at it. They're with us every step of the way. So those are the 3 cards. I'm just going to hold them up again before I say goodbye. Beautiful, beautiful cards. So I hope that speaks something to you. I'm wishing you a happy new year. I have some new interesting stuff coming up, and I'm probably going to do another video just to explain some of that. If you feel like you're drawn to connect with me to have your own personal reading, either by email or face-to-face here if you live locally to Cornwall, UK, or if you would like a video call, we can do it that way. Connect somehow. If you want to come and see me for Reiki Seikam in Cornwall, I'm here to do that. I do past life regression. I do crystal healing, one-to-one meditations, and I also do Indian head massage, and I use the Ayurvedic ancient practice, because what I do is kind of reverting back to the old ways. That's how it feels to me, and it feels very comfortable and very right, and the way life should be. So, love to you and yours. So lovely to connect like this. Happy New Year. And we will connect again in the next few days and in 2020. Much love and much thanks to all of you. Bye for now.